Good Wednesday morning, friends. It is Say de Mayo. I was corrected by a local restaurateur that he said, we're going to open Wednesday. And I said, oh, Cinco de Mayo. He said, no, that's Say de Mayo. I said, okay, I stand corrected. Anyway, let's talk this morning. Wednesday mornings are my training mornings, so I'm usually feeling pretty darn good. Get up at about 4 o'clock and head into Cleveland to train with my good friend Mike. And what a day today. He switched it up on me today, so extra good workout. Cardiovascular system is feeling it right now. Musculoskeletal system feeling it right now. So it led us to a conversation while I was there with him today. And this video is going to be more of a thought blog, and I hope it helps. You know, this last 2 months have been just absolutely crazy, right? Really started around the second week in March, and country's still trying to put together what to do. When should we open, right? It's up to each governor what to do, and it's really impacted a lot of people differently. And you know, I've been talking with a lot of patients and clients that have been coming in, and this is the way I see it. You've got a choice to make, like we do in every aspect of life, and every choice has a consequence. So what I glean from this is you can either go into hyperactive mode or active mode if you're not as hyper as I am, and you can go to the opposite end of the spectrum and just kind of become withdrawn. So I tell you what, I really have learned a lot from this COVID outbreak, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Mystery is probably a more accurate description of it. But my choice from it was to really ramp up my immune system and sow into my body, invest into my body, particularly nutritionally, but also physically. So, you know, out of it, I feel better, my energy's better, and here's the deal. So many of us get trapped into fear very easily. I understand that. There's no judgment coming from this. This is just observation, okay? But I want to bring out a challenge from it, that if you have been one who has been kind of enveloped by fear, break free from it. Don't worry about what happened yesterday, last week, last month. Break free from it today. You know, my very last client of the day yesterday, great young lady, came in with a significant amount of weight to lose. She lost over 45 pounds in her first 2 months. You weren't hearing static there. That's 45 pounds in the last 2 months. Now, granted, she's a large young lady, had a lot to lose, but that's still a significant loss. And she came in disappointed that she didn't repeat what she did her first month. And I said, look, you know, every ounce, every tenth of a pound you lose is a win. No matter if it takes you a month to lose it or a day to lose it, it's a win. And what I see during this time is a tremendous amount of fluctuation, unlike anything I've seen before, and especially prior to this COVID outbreak. But the encouraging aspect of it is what we're learning from this outbreak is immune system matters, outlook, mental attitude matters, and activity matters. So action steps doesn't have to be just wrapped around exercise or revolve around exercise. It can be going for a walk, doing something productive at your house, cleaning out your closets, donating your clothes to people who just had everything stripped from them from a tornado. Or maybe it's planting, you know, we've been doing landscaping at our house, and I could have hired it out. Could have easily hired it out if you can get somebody up to where we live who nobody likes to come up there because it's so far away. But I ended up doing it myself. What a great workout. Nice mild sunburn out of it. A lot of vitamin D synthesized. But the moral of the story is, I don't mean to ramble, but the moral of the story is be active. Choose to be active. Choose to be involved. Choose that over withdrawing from community, society, family, friends, your church family. Get out there and get involved and watch what happens to your energy level, your mental outlook, and your overall defense system, your internal defense system, which we've been talking about nonstop. So just want to be an encouragement with that today, because there's people out there that they are rock stars right now. And if you remember, when you came in for your initial consultation, I said, we see rock stars in here, we see dabblers and tire kickers and everything in between. And how you end up, what results you get from this plan depends on you, not me. I can't do it. I can't do it solely. I'll be your greatest coach, your greatest cheerleader, but I can't do it without you. You have to put the mental into it. You have to put the time into it. You have to speak to family, friends, coworkers, associates, whoever would be an encouragement to you and whoever would be a detriment or a barrier to you. You have to think ahead sometimes and do some prep work, and it will have massive dividends down the road. Don't know exactly when that time frame is, but it will have massive dividends down the road. I'm telling you it will. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it when I got back from I was telling a couple ladies who just started nutrition response testing this week, and I was telling them about one of my trips to South Asia on a mission trip, and I got back, and when I went away, I was fine. When I got back, this is a short story. When I got back, I started having arrhythmia. Every 13 beats, I'd have an arrhythmia event. Sometimes it wouldn't be painful. Sometimes there would be discomfort. So it really got my attention, right? Because I was laying awake at night. My wife was saying, what are you doing? I said, every 13 beats, my heart's skipping a beat and fluttering and driving me crazy. I think I'm going to die. I did one of those, So anyway, long story short, as God's providence would have it, I met a doctor in Nashville. He told me to go to get tested. Ended up jumping on a plane, going to Clearwater 2 weekends in a row for training, because the first weekend they made a believer out of me. I went down there just like a typical Yankee who's skeptical. I didn't fill out my paperwork. I said, you got to prove it to me. I'm skeptical. And she was a Yankee too, from Long Island. She said, lay down on the table. I was like, okay. So I laid down on the table, didn't tell them boo. I didn't tell them a single detail of what I had going on. They found it. Found it to be my priority organ. For those of you who are using nutrition response testing to ramp up your health and skyrocket your health, you know what I'm talking about. But they found my heart to be my priority organ. Found out I had metals in my system. Found out I had virus that I picked up somewhere along the way. Didn't say where the virus was, doesn't matter. It was in my system, in my body, affecting my heart, and that was the problem. I didn't want to go on ACE inhibitors, calcium channel blockers, beta blockers. None of those medications interested me in the least, because why? For the last almost 30 years, people have been coming in the clinic telling me, every 6 months my doctor puts me on a new medication. Every 6 months my doctor puts me on a new medication. I didn't want that to be my story. So what I do, I acted on it. That's my point. You've got to act. No one's going to care for your health like you will. No one will be your greatest advocate for your health like you will. You've got to act. You can't come up with excuses. You can't keep falling back into the same routine, because like we say in Polk County, if you do what you always done, you're going to get what you always got. So if you don't want to keep getting what you always got, you got to do something new, right? Because that's the definition of insanity. Expecting different results, but doing the same things over and over and over and over again. That's the definition of insanity. You've got to break free from that. And you can do it. It's within you. You just have to tap into it. That's all it takes. There's nothing special about this. This plan is definitely by God's design. There's no doubt about it. There's no gimmick to it. You know that. It's all whole food, whole nutrition. And it's strategy. That's the backbone of this. It's strategy. It's structure. It's consistency. It's the 5 elements that overlap that we're doing all at the same time. And it's building your own internal pillars, right? Same story, different day, but this consistency that pays off. Do you think some of these massive Olympians and Navy SEALs who are marksmen and pro athletes who excel and make these outrageous and outlandish salaries, do you think that happened by accident and just pure natural talent alone? No way. It's by consistent training, practices, putting it into place, putting system into place. Doesn't mean you have to do it to the point of obsession. It just means you have to do it to the point of excellence. Not perfection, big difference, excellence. You've got it inside you. You just have to tap into it. That's all. And make it your new normal. Make it your new normal. Replace the things that are making you fat and sick. It's all over the stores. If it's in cellophane, paperboard, cardboard, many times, unfortunately, glass, but definitely tin cans, pouches, foil pouches, I can guarantee you it's devitalized and it's not going to elevate your vitality, your energy, your resonance, and your overall health. I guarantee it, because it's outside of God's design. We sacrifice a lot for shelf life. If it's going to spoil, it's going to be more vital for you. It's going to have a higher energy content, a higher frequency. Take it to the bank, not my opinion, time tested, time proven. We just here at this office keep using it over and over and over again successfully. So it's your choice. Have variety. Remember, variety is the spice of life. Spices are why so many Asians are so tiny, because they spice up their food, they load up their food. I've said this ad nauseum now. You've got to spice things up, mix things up. Make things your new normal if you can see the course that you've been down has not given you and delivered to you what you wanted. That's the bottom line. That's the message for today. Just some thoughts I had. Make these choices for yourself, your family, the legacy behind you, because it matters. Next video is going to be on protein synthesis, raw materials for it, and some minerals that I've been using for almost 28 years. Really fantastic product. Tune in for that one. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and just share it with people who really would benefit from this. The worst epidemic in this country is obesity. It's not COVID-19. It's soon to be COVID-15. I learned that yesterday. Tanya was telling me. I had just scheduled 2 new people this afternoon for COVID-15. I said, what's that? And they said they're adding 15 pounds from being inside from COVID. I said, oh, I get it. I thought I missed something from the CDC, that they found a new virus or something. So anyway, if you have suffered from COVID-15 and you need to get back on track, I've seen many of you already come in to buy Refresher Start products. So good for you. Congratulations. Get back on track. Get engaged, involved, and we hope to see you here soon. Let us know how we can support you and help you. God bless you, and have a fantastic day.